Hello, Transformational Tuesday. How's everyone doing today? How's the weather where you are? I know where I am. It has been smoky all week. Thanks for being here with me as I fix my hairdo a little bit. All right. Hello, Miss Kayla. Hello, Melanie. Hello, Billy. I see Elaine. Yes, hello everybody, welcome. All right, I'm so glad that you all are here and thank you for being patient with me this morning. I appreciate it. Glad we could all make it. All right, so back to our Archangel Power Tarot deck. I'm so excited to be bringing this to you. You guys have no idea how much I look forward to Transformational Tuesdays. This is the one thing in my life that has been held true and held consistent for the last year and a half. If there's anything that I know about my week, it's that I am sitting here with you on Tuesday mornings. And I love it. Hello, Christy. Hi, Lindsay. Hi, Miss Patty. Hi, Wendy. So glad you all are popping on with me. Welcome. All right, so just getting our energy into the cards today. Today's a big day. We're bringing in the new cycle of Earth Angels into our class. I could not be more excited. Did a VIP day yesterday with someone who's in my Intuitive Business Blueprint program, mapping out the business plan, getting ready to really bring more wealth, more attention, more beauty into the world of healing, light, transformation, all of it. So. Thank you so very much for being a part of this, for being on this journey. Let's go ahead and get started. So let's start with the prayer here. As we call in divine truth and love into the sacred space, we invoke the highest possible healing for each and every viewer and myself. We ask for the courage and compassion to speak and to hear from the purest form of self-love and forgiveness to all involved. Whew. Amen. All right, so asking the cards, share with us some wisdom, some guidance. We got 1, 2, there we go, 3. I don't know about you guys, but last week's Transformational Tuesday shook up my world. Holy moly. Big life changes are happening. I'll share them with you and they're more concrete, but I'm really excited about the newness, so I cannot wait to see what these cards have in store for us. And I'm being shown that we're going to go backwards. All right, so we have the 5 of Raphael. Everything happens for a reason. Release regret and embrace the opportunities for happiness and search for the silver lining. So whatever has been shaken up in your world lately, whatever has been getting twisted and turned upside down, things that have happened or things that you have lost that are out of your control, know that this is happening for you. Everything is happening for a reason, right? We may not see right off the bat what that reason is, and that's perfectly okay. We don't need to know all of it. In fact, the theme, even as I was getting ready today, I just kept hearing trust. I had a dream one time, Archangel Raphael was there with me and I was flying on a phoenix. Not going to get too into the details here, but I was flying on a phoenix and the phoenix was flying through the hills and went to dive into the water. And as soon as the phoenix went to dive into the water, I got really scared in my dream to where I was like, no, I can't breathe underwater. I cannot breathe underwater. And so Archangel Raziel was right there next to me in this particular dream. And he said to me, listen, just trust. And so I went under the water, went with him. I was able to breathe, went into a whole nother world in and under the water. And so it really is about trust. How much are you willing to trust your guides? How much are you willing to trust that everything is happening for a reason? That nothing here is out of order, that everything is in order, and really everyone is on your team working to conspire for your highest and best, your highest good and your best good. So whenever you're sitting there wondering why are these things happening or why are you sitting in pain, whatever that be, go ahead and remind yourself that there's something different coming. Search for the silver lining and stay in the silver lining. That silver lining is going to save you. It really is. Believe it or not, that's also my playa name, Silver Lining. All right, so Perspective. Archangel Chamuel. There's a better way. Pause for reflection and insight. Dare to be different. So what is, as we just talked about, things are getting stirred up. Things are going upside down. We have the perspective card, right? Archangel Chamuel is actually upside down. This is also the hangman in the traditional tarot. So taking an opportunity to look at and see, what have you done in the past that has been exactly the same? And what can you do moving forward into the future that is going to offer you different results, right? So what happens if you break that pattern? What happens if you quite literally just say, no more, I'm not doing that anymore? What is the reflection and insight of your role in bringing these things, right? These things that are happening for a reason. Usually when you hear everything happens for a reason, it's not because something really awesome happened, right? Usually that's something that we say when, oh, shit's hitting the fan, or we have lost control, or somebody's really sad or upset, or maybe somebody got really seriously injured. Who knows? But right, everything happens for a reason isn't really exactly something that we say when something wonderful is happening. But if you're looking at this, everything happens for a reason, go ahead and see, okay, what is outside of your control? And then also what is inside of your control? What are your patterns that you are recreating? And if you recreate these patterns, you're going to get the exact same results. So let's take a minute to kind of backpedal and look at the reasons as to why some of these circumstances in your life might be happening to feel like it's chaos, right? And these are perfect, by the way. These are perfect cards for Mercury retrograde, right? Retrograde is about going back over what has happened. It's about going back over what has already taken place so that you can change the course of events, so that you can change what is happening in the future. It's a really, really beautiful opportunity. It's a beautiful thing. So the Four of Ariel here. When you give, you also receive. So being resistant to change. Being resistant to change is also an unwillingness to break your patterns. It's an unwillingness to break your behaviors. That looking at this for extremes in how you save or spend money, I'm also seeing this for relationships as well. So extremes in how you really see what is working for you, what isn't working for you, and how you are relating to those around you. The people who are here to help you, the people who are here that are ready to support you in whatever way that looks like. So when you give, you also receive. So I'm going to bring in the vibration of forgiveness on this one. Forgiveness as an agent of change. Forgiveness as a way to break through resistance, to release karmic debts, to release the, well, you owe me, or you did this to me, so I want to make you feel this way or that way, or whatever it is. But really being able to look out for yourself. How are you going to ease through the growth that you are experiencing? Growth does not have to be this like turmoil of getting stuck in a dryer cycle or something like that, where it's just over and over and over and over and over. It doesn't have to be like that. You can grow and you can change and you can go through transformation in ease. It doesn't always have to be hard. Yes, sometimes we have to unearth emotional traumas that we've buried for decades to be able to move forward, to release ourselves, to change our patterns. Yes, this is true, and it doesn't always have to be that way. So just be aware that when you bring in the energy of forgiveness, it is going to change everything. Forgiveness is an agent of change, because you're quite literally, when you're looking at forgiving, and let's say, like, let's go ahead and just do this together for a second. Think of the most challenging relationship that you have in your life right now. What is the relationship right now, the one relationship that's causing you the most grief, that's causing you the most pain or suffering, whatever it is? And go ahead and allow yourself to forgive this person of any harm that they have done or that you believe to you, right? Allow this person to be released. Why this is important is because you are not just releasing the forgiveness of what has happened, let's say in the last 2 weeks or the last year, whatever you're upset about right now. You're releasing karmic debts, karmic ties from lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes past. Now, I've been doing this in my dreams in the last, I'd say, week or so. Really, 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 you can forgive. You can forgive. When people are, yes, everything is forgivable. It doesn't mean you have to have them back over for tea in your living room. It doesn't mean you have to invite them back into your home or back into your heart. It just means that you are releasing the pain of what has been caused. That you're releasing the debt, that they don't owe you anything. You don't owe anybody else anything either, at all. So when you're looking at what do you owe for yourself, you can owe yourself freedom. So give yourself permission to that freedom. I can tell you right now that when you bring forgiveness into your world, when you bring forgiveness into your practice, like let's say bringing a gratitude practice every morning and bringing a forgiveness practice into every evening, what would happen? How much different would your life look if you started every morning with, fuck yes, I'm thankful to be here. I'm thankful that I woke up. I'm so thankful that I have this warm, cozy bed. And if it's a Tuesday morning, you're like, I'm so thankful I get to hang out with Samantha for a second. Maybe that's on your thankful list. Who knows? But then let's say you go to bed every night with a forgiveness practice. That you forgive anybody who had, maybe stepped on your toes that day, but then who also, in the past, whatever came up that day, right? Because our past comes up for review, especially in in Mercury retrograde. I was going to say in Transformational Tuesday, especially in Mercury retrograde. This is our review time. The review stuff comes up. So give yourself an opportunity to review who is next on your forgiveness list. Let them be forgiven, right? Yes, let them be forgiven. Let yourself be forgiven. And just basically what you're doing is you're letting go of the cord that you have connected to them. When you aren't willing to forgive somebody, you are quite literally putting a lasso around them and saying, I'm not going to let you go. I'm not going to let you go because I'm fucking mad at you and you suck and you're a terrible person. That's what happens when we're not saying that you're forgiving somebody. So let go of that because you don't need it in your brain. You don't need it in your heart. You don't need it in your world. That vibrational frequency will trickle into your other relationships. That's what happens. So when you are in a space of forgiveness, when you're in a space of, I love you, I forgive you, because every relationship with every other person around you is a direct mirror of the relationship that you have with yourself. Plot twist. It has nothing to do with anybody else. It has everything to do with your own inner world and your own inner relationship with yourself. So when you're in a space where you're not able to forgive somebody else, take a look in the mirror and see where is it that you are not willing to forgive yourself. What do you have such staunch judgment on yourself that you are not willing and you're not able to release that? There's no story involved here, Elaine. There's no story. This is just forgiveness. He said, she said goes back into drama. If you want to get out of the drama, drop the he said, she said, release and allow yourself to forgive. I'm telling you, you're going to set yourself free. So setting yourself free, letting yourself breathe easy. It's so much lighter. It's so much lighter when you do that. Okay, so 5 of Raphael, everything happens for a reason. Sometimes that reason is because you haven't learned your lessons and you're stepping back into old patterning. And so this is your opportunity to break that patterning. It's your opportunity to change things through shifting your perspective. Call on Archangel Chamuel this week. Get to know him. See what he can bring to you and see what he can offer. But there is a better way. So changing your patterns, changing your thoughts, giving yourself permission to forgive. See what happens. Let it go. Forgive yourself. If you can't start with forgiving other people, that's okay. Start with forgiving yourself and see what happens, because it'll be a lot easier to forgive other people when you forgive yourself, because believe it or not, ourselves are the hardest ones to forgive. Again, it's not about anybody else. It's a direct reflection in a mirror of your relationship with you. All right, so the 4 of Ariel. When you give, you also receive, and being resistant to change. Remember, this resistance to change is going to break free and break open when you allow forgiveness to come into your life. And when you allow forgiveness to be a daily practice, just like gratitude, it will shift and change everything for you. So extremes in how you save or spend money, be aware of this. So Lindsay and Elaine, I'm going to invite you two to have a conversation, and a lady conversation, because you have quite a bit of matching pictures about what's going on and your reasons as to not being able to forgive. But I'm telling you, it's not about the other person. It isn't about excusing their behavior. It isn't about saying that they're right. It's about letting yourself go. It's about setting yourself free. And I know that when you see the pain in your child's eyes or something of that nature, it's a lot different because it's outside of your control. But I can guarantee you that your children chose their father just as they chose their mother. So it isn't really your karma to play out with them. It's up to them as well. Let them release. Lindsay, you're doing a great job. You're doing an absolutely wonderful, fabulous, great job. My friends, we went a little bit deeper than we usually go on Transformational Tuesday, and I'm so thankful for all of you for sticking around with me on this one. Of course, as you know, doors to the Intuitive Connection Academy are open. Definitely take advantage of the $33 enrollment right now before things shift and change. As you know, I am a lady of change. I like to keep things moving and growing and booming and shifting. So take advantage while it is the way it is right meow. That is going to be linked in the comments. We're going to pin that. There we go. www.samanthafaye.com/ICA. I wanted to have another... we're going to leave it at that. All right, my sweet dear loves. I am so thankful for all of you. I forgive myself. I hope you forgive you too for anything that you have done that has created strife in your own life. You deserve to live freely. You deserve to live in your own abundance, your own freedom, your own love, your own compassion, your own unconditional acceptance. With that, I love you. You're beautiful. Mwah. Have the best Tuesday ever. And I do have a busy week, but I am going to hopefully get on for some live readings in Happy Empowered Empath. So if you're not in that group yet, get in that group, Happy Empowered Empath. We'll do some live readings and just kind of circle in, check in, say hello to each other this week. All right. Mwah. Ciao, my sweet friends.